Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for December the 7th. I am going to pull one card for overall energy, and after that, I'm going to pull one card for each sign, and then we're going to meld those two energies together and see what the reading is for each sign for the day. It is to your benefit to listen to the full interpretation of the overall energy card so that you're not lost by the time I get down to the sign and I'm looking at the combination between whatever energy you pull and the overall energy. All right, so overall energy is showing up as the Nine of Pentacles. I like this card. This talks about doing something independently, self-sufficiently, and creating an abundance of something in your life, whether that's an abundance of health, an abundance of money, an abundance of goodness in emotional things like relationships, or even just emotional health in general. So doing something very independently to create an abundance of some type of goodness in our lives. So we're going to be looking at this and we're going to be figuring out, is this us or is this somebody else? Is this somebody that is in our sphere of influence, or what's the story here? All right, let's take a peek, starting with Aries. Okay, so Aries. Wow, Ten of Wands showing up in reverse. This is really telling me that this is coming in a couple of different ways, actually. That camera needs to focus. That's better. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands in reverse. Aries, this is interesting because it's telling me that you are doing something that is actually mm, getting rid of some of your independence or some of your self-sufficiency. So um, you're doing something that allows you to depend more on somebody else. So there may be some type of responsibility that you're putting down, something that you're delegating to somebody else for them to take care of, which is impacting your sense of self-sufficiency or independence. So, I mean, obviously, if you're doing that, hopefully you're doing that because you feel like that person can do it better and that's going to help you move forward. That's what I'm hoping for you. Okay. Next, we're going to look at Taurus. Taurus, Three of Wands showing up here. This just tells me either one of two things. Either you're planning some kind of trip that's going to be a trip that you make by yourself, or you're making some long-term plans that have to do with something that you're doing independently and on your own. Okay? Doesn't mean you have to be single, but you have some kind of project or idea that you're working on as an individual. Now, Gemini. Nine of Swords showing up here. Geminis, this just tells me that you're doing something independently, self-sufficiently, but you're really stressed out about it. It looks like you're feeling a whole lot of pressure as an independent, self-sufficient person. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Might be a great time to get a reading and figure out best advice around this situation. Is the best advice to collaborate with somebody else? Is the best advice to do more research so you're better at doing this? What is the best advice around here? That would be something that we would look at in a reading if this came up and you were, you know, on the other end of the camera from me as an individual. Let's move on to Cancer. Page of Pentacles showing up here, Cancers. Ba, ba, da, da, ba, ba. Cancers, there is some type of project or situation that you want to move on and you want to do it independently, self-sufficiently. And with this Page of Pentacles, you're getting news today. You're getting sort of the green light on this. And so if this is that you want to buy your own home, this could be the loan officer calling and saying your credit line has been approved. Or it could be the realtor calling and saying your offer has been accepted, something like that. It doesn't have to be anything about a home, though. It's really anything that you have a lot of energy and enthusiasm about that you want to move forward with. This is somebody giving you that green light in whatever form or fashion that that looks like. Okay. So let's see, that was Gemini, right? Nope, that was Cancer, actually. Okay. Next up, we're looking at Leo. Okay, Leo's Four of Swords showing up in reverse. Leos, this tells me that you may be deciding that you want to change the location that you do something, and you may be wanting to go to a different location by yourself. So it may be that whatever the location is about, whether it's just a different meal or whether it's where you work or your home or whatever, this would tell me that you may be wanting to go from a situation that is combined with other people to a location that is, it's just you. Maybe you want to get your own office and not share your office with other people, or maybe you just want to go out to dinner by yourself and you don't want to eat with everybody in the house or whatever. So, different location, doing something in a different location and doing it very independently and self sufficiently. All right. Next, we're looking at Virgo. Virgo, Virgo. Okay, Seven of Pentacles showing up in reverse. What is happening here, Virgos? Looks like you're doing something very independently and self-sufficiently, and you may even be doing it like as a volunteer. You could be volunteering some of your time. That could be what we're seeing here. Or it could be that something that you're doing independently and self-sufficiently, you're supposed to have a payday, and that payday has been delayed. That could be coming up as well for some of you. So for some of you, you're straight up doing something pro bono. And for others of you, we have a payday that's delayed, and this is around something that you do self-sufficiently. So if you have a side gig or, if you have your own business, something like that. All right. Now, bo-ba-doo-doo, that was Virgo. Next, we're looking at Libra. Libras. You guys are taking some kind of trip in a very independent or self-sufficient way today. That's what I see here for Libra. Next up, let's look at Scorpio. Knight of Wands coming up in reverse. Scorpio. Nobody is supervising you today. You're not answering to anybody. Not with that overall energy. But what's going on is your energy is kind of scattered. So you're putting energy into a bunch of different things and maybe not in such an organized way. So you could be, putting out fires, taking care of emergencies today, or taking care of urgent things today and kind of bouncing from thing to thing to thing to kind of get things stabilized. That definitely could be going on today. And whatever this is that you're doing this on your own. There's not a lot of help coming in from anybody else. You're handling it. All right. Next up, we're looking at Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, Nine of Wands showing up here with our overall energy of the Nine of Pentacles. So two nines. Nines talk about being on the verge of completing a cycle. Sagittarius, I'm going to say that with this Nine of Wands coming up in reverse, we've got somebody in your sphere of influence who is very independent and self-sufficient, and I think you're really surprised at their competency or maybe even their expertise. I think it really surprises you. Interesting. Next up, we're looking at who? Capricorn. King of Swords. Capricorns, I think that you're making some kind of strategy about how you can be self-sufficient and independent, not relying on other people. Okay? Making some kind of strategy. Maybe even moving forward with that strategy too with the king. Next up, we're looking at Aquarius. Ace of Pentacles coming up in reverse. What's going on here? Aquarius, I think you're giving somebody in your sphere of influence a chance to uh, be independent and self-sufficient. And actually, you're giving them a second chance to do that. So if this is somebody that you're partnered up with, whether it's a business partnership or a romantic partnership, this is where you're saying, hey, you know what? We don't have to collaborate if you don't want to. If you want to go out and do something on your own, feel free. I don't feel like this is anything you're saying in a bad way. I think you're just feeling like, well, maybe that's the most appropriate thing. Maybe it's what we should be doing. And I think you're talking about this with that other person today. Next up, we're looking at Pisces. Pisces, we have the the Ace of Wands showing up for you. So Pisces, I think you've got a good idea today about something that would bring you a lot of independence and self-sufficiency. The question is, will you act on this idea? It's there, you're excited about it. Will you act on it? Some of you are going to, but I feel like a lot of you maybe are letting it go. I think you're a little bit afraid. Don't let fear rule you. Fear can steal a lot of things from us, so don't let fear rule you. That's what I would say. All right, guys, so that's what I have for today. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you spending some of your precious time with me today. Don't forget, you guys are my fantastic, fabulous, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious followers. So remember to hit that thumbs up button and share this video with anyone else who may find benefit from it. And of course, also leave some feedback down below. I always enjoy reading you guys' feedback. Everyone have a fantastic day. Peace out.